Mustn't forget to mute the mic, demute the mic, unmute. I don't know what I'm saying. I forgot about the stream start screen, but that's fine. Yeah, this is a new game plus in SnowRunner. Not going to go too much into, the details, but I have played this game for quite a while on PlayStation. And I thought it would be fun to stream it, because it's kind of a, I don't know, it just seems like a good game to stream for some reason. And this is a new game plus. I don't think I can review the new game plus settings, but all I really changed was make the sell prices of trucks and trailers only 50%. So you buy at full price, sell at half price. Just seems a bit more interesting maybe, because in my PlayStation save I tend to, I have God knows how many trucks, and I only really use a few of them, and I'm constantly torn between which truck to use for certain jobs and stuff. So hopefully this will limit me a bit, or limit the amount of trucks I will end up with. Because I prefer to have just a few or a handful and, not constantly switch trucks and switch upgrades between trucks. So hopefully this will help with that. I haven't moved since I started. This is just where you spawn for the first time. I forget how to release the handbrake. I disabled the HUD because I thought it might be a bit nicer of an experience. But I will actually or I might enable the HUD, because it's been quite a while since I played. Also, this isn't where you start normally, is it? I think. I'm not sure why it starts you here, because I specifically remember playing the game for the very first time. You start off around here, somewhere on the road, and you have to find the garage, so maybe I conked it up already. Yeah, this is this feels a bit like cheating already, because you're not really supposed to find this so early. I knew where it was anyway, so it doesn't matter all that much. Yeah, all-wheel drive. I am gonna turn on the HUD because it's really messing me up a bit. Okay. Can't actually seem to use this yet. Sure. Okay. Can change to this and recover. Yeah, I mean, this too obsessively difficult. I thought about enabling the thing where you have to pay for recoveries, but I know that will get old very soon. So yeah, I don't have anything for this yet, I think. I shouldn't really not be doing this right now. Come on. I'd like to switch back to this guy. And let's just try to unlock some towers. I thought it wouldn't be such a big thing getting back into this game. So I really don't know any of the routes anymore. I'm gonna set a marker here so it will at least show up. should be able to reach that. Let's head back down. Should turn down the game a bit, probably. Apologies. It's one thing I can't really notice by myself is how loud the game audio is in the stream, because it doesn't really affect how I'm hearing it. Yeah, this could be a bit tricky. Might need the winch. I forgot how you quick winch. Carefully. Apologies for all the abrupt zooming. Now, let's not overdo it on the way down. I know the handbrake is often useful to keep things under control. I thought it was more or closer to the farm, but I guess not. No, okay. Try not to smash into any rocks. And let's not get stuck in here. I'm sure it won't be long before I get very much stuck, and there has been quite a bit of raging when I'm playing this game by myself. Maybe not raging, just frustration for sure. Okay, what is this? Raised suspension for the GMC, which I'm pretty sure I don't have yet. Kind of forget if you just get that truck for free somewhere. Forgot to check in the garage. Let's just have a look. Which thing would be easiest to do? Probably this, I think. It's one trailer that should be just standing at the garage. Let's activate this. And for this one, yeah, that's a lot. And I don't even know where I'm supposed to get those. Missing container. Yeah, it's very easy to get overwhelmed in this game by figuring out what to do first and, you know, doing tasks or missions in any kind of order that would make the most sense, when really it's just pick one and try to finish it and then move on to the next one. Most of the time. Some things are some things do need to be in a certain order. Yeah, that's all logging. I don't have any tasks yet, so I think I'll just try to do the towers, as many as I can. Should be able to reverse without falling off. I think I'm gonna turn down the music just a bit because it's a bit full on. The music is pretty good, but I kind of like just having the sounds of the vehicles. It's a bit careless. Yo. I seem to remember that tower being a bit more difficult to get to because it's kind of in a flooded area. And even though I said that that I didn't enable the pay for recovery setting, I do want to try and do things as quote-unquote correctly as possible. Just, you know, don't recover or spam recover if that's a thing. Don't play too lazy. What is this? Oh. Okay, should be doable. Yeah, this... Wait, I can... I forget if this trailer is necessary for a task, but I know you can use fuel trailers as long as there's a certain amount left. Is that the GMC I'm supposed to find? Hello, Terry. How's it going? This is a bit risky. I'm pretty sure this is not the best way to get to the tower. Because there are a few different paths. Oh, Cameron. Apologies. Yeah, pretty good. Just getting used to the game. It still feels familiar, but you know, often there's not much room for error. I should not have come here. And winch from the front. If you're familiar with this game, even though I'm pretty familiar with it, but if you have suggestions or tips, feel free. Oh, I'm not on PS5 now. I guess the description, the stream description wasn't entirely clear because this is on Steam, but I have played it a lot on PlayStation before this. Might want to just officially discover that trailer. Ramped flatbed. I forget where I left off on PlayStation, but I think somewhere in Wisconsin. I know I did Yukon. I think Wisconsin is the next one after that, but yeah, that's where I stopped playing and never really got back to it. I'm not gonna do that tower just yet because it seems a bit tricky. Oh, right, yeah. No, I'm using a DualSense, but on Steam. Which can be a bit hit or miss using PlayStation controllers on PC, but for most games it seems to work pretty accurately. Sometimes it doesn't show the glyphs, but yeah, even though for this game it said my controller was not fully supported. Like, Xbox controller was fine, DualShock was fine, DualSense was supposedly not really compatible, but it seems to work, so... I will also try to not skip time every time it gets dark, because that's a habit I tend to have, because, you know, things are more difficult if you can't see. I forget how you turn on the lights as well. Yeah. I assume it's up here, maybe not. I don't really know if this way is easier than going up here. Might be. Or it might not be. Keep an eye on my stream monitor screen, because I've been having some issues with my alerts and the chat box thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit confused because I remember on PlayStation the first time I played, it started me off here. The first time, I mean, when you start a new game. Oops. But this time it started me off at the garage, which is a bit weird because that's a place you're supposed to find, because that's where the fleet store is, so I already have the fleet store available. Okay, there's nothing here, so yeah, just try to get up there, I suppose. I have no money yet, so this might be a bit tricky. Oh. If I can steer clear of the deepest mud pits. Kind of steep. Come on. No. I forget how you quick winch to a specific thing, if that's even possible. Oh, parking brake. Yeah, I guess I want to go as much on that path. I apologize if this will get painful to watch. I know I'm not the best at this game, and like the finer vehicle control tricks and stuff. Seems to be doing okay so far. I forgot how nice of a game this is visually. Stuck on a tree. What am I stuck on? The like roots? Yeah, not great. I'd like to winch to that tree in front. I don't know if it'll reach. Yeah. What am I doing? I know I probably should be using low gear more. Sweet. No upgrades. There is one around here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I should just be uncovering as many of the towers as I can. I don't know if I should be going up this way or turn around and go back down the way I came up. Let's try not to fall off sideways. Wait, is this... Yeah, I should probably follow that path and not try to go down here. Even though it's tempting, I know shortcuts are rarely the solution. be cool to play this game with a steering wheel, but I don't have a steering wheel, and it's kind of silly to buy one just for this game. And I think I wouldn't have the patience for it. Detour? I don't think so. Or do I think so? Oh. Well. Should I try to creep through here? Across those rocks seems a bit risky. Okay, it's not a big detour. This will also be a bit floody. No, it's fine. Oh. I don't remember having to pay for fuel. It's kind of weird. Very weird, actually. Is this some kind of update to the game overall, where fuel stations or gas stations are paid? It's not something that I enabled myself. What do I need to get? Oh, another curtain side trailer. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty confused. Should think about at least starting one job. I'm not really sure which one. I know the warehouse is here. And this trailer, which I'm sure I will need. And what is this? Missing machinery. Oh, yeah. Truck with crane recommended. Okay. Let's try to do these two towers, although with my fuel situation, might not, or I might not make it. Another task. Or is it not a task? Yeah. Metal beams, service parts. Seems easy enough. Oh. This might get sticky. Another task. Just accept them all. What does it say? $1,000 fine for littering. Now, can I get there? There's not much to winch from. Just keep wiggling left and right. Sweet. Another upgrade, which is, yeah. If I had been a bit more forward thinking, I could have, although no, because I was way back here. I was gonna say I could have pushed on a bit further because I knew it was somewhere along this path. That's the scout. I don't think I want to recover that just yet. Let's try to do this tower. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah. Getting all confused. These are DLCs I don't have yet. I'm not really sure. Wait, how do I go back? I'm not really sure if I want to go through all the DLCs, because yeah, that's where I left off. I thought I did more regions, but I guess it took forever just to get through these. Yeah, I don't know which maps are included in which seasons. This is season 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a lot of seasons. But yeah, I might, if I get any seasons soon, will not be soon, if I want to complete the base maps first anyway. But I might skip season 1 and 2 and jump straight to 3, so I can, you know, so I don't have to redo these two. Because some of the more, or the ones that interest me the most are the later ones, like definitely Scandinavia. Maybe British Columbia, Austria. I'm interested in the Europe ones, in part because I'm from Europe. But yeah, what to do? Could go for this upgrade. Is there a fuel truck anywhere? Doesn't look like it. So either I go forward to the scout, or I go forward and left towards here. I think that's doable to get up here. Let's go for the scout first, because it's a bit more out of the way. Wait, so we have to go left and right up here, and then just around. Okay. That's all provided I can get through this. It looks much more sludgy than the other path. Just don't try to power through, and it should be fine. Down to half fuel. Try not to go through the middle. No trespassing. Well, okay. I forget if that scout is functional. it's stuck. Or if it's not functional, maybe it will have some fuel. Careful. Loose rocks are not to be messed with. Got an achievement for using the winch. This would be a bad place to fall off. Bit more power up the hill. And there it is in the mist. Pretty sure there's a task to get the scout back to the garage. So ridiculously high off the ground. Maybe I oh, okay. I forget that trucks kind of fall from the sky just a bit. So, does this have fuel? It does. No, just take as much as I can, and then back down and right, and then up here. I hope that's not too tight with those rocks. Yeah. I'm tempted to already drag the scout down to, I mean, not to the road necessarily, but down the hill. Kind of feel like I should. Can't turn it on. Yo, Danish. Can move. Yeah, I know, but it feels a bit like cheating, and I will definitely do that later on because some recoveries are just too difficult the right way, so to speak. But I don't know. I feel like this early in the game it would be a bit lazy to just recover for convenience sake. I'm not really sure if I want to keep the scout anyway, so at least I want to drag it to the garage myself. I say all that now, like I want to do everything properly and no unnecessary recoveries and stuff. Oops. That will change at some point, I'm sure. Like right now would be a good time to start considering it. I don't know if there was an easier way out. Because I'm already... I'm not sure if I'm stuck on that bigger rock in the middle or if I'm lacking the power to drag the scout. But if I get over this first and then winch. Come on, you. It's just stuck behind that boulder. Technically, I don't even need to winch it. Because I can't drive this. Maybe this one should be winching the Chevy. I started something that should not have been this difficult. But if anything, doing it like this will save me a bit of time. Because I only have to make the trip once. Whoop, careful. I already feel myself becoming a bit reckless. And that's how you get stuck, or worse. A bit sludgy. I'll have to check how much fuel is left in the Scout so that it can at least make the trip to the garage. 17. It's not that much. So, yeah. Let's transfer a bit. That should be enough. I might even make it with what I had before. Okay, and now to that upgrade. Looked more risky than it really was. Okay. This is all fine. I'd like to turn off the HUD at some point, but I feel like it's a bit too necessary. Alright. It's not so bad. This is a bit narrow, but it's a smallish truck. Oh, camera. Alright, what's this? Engine for current truck. Yeah, more power, more fuel consumption. It's kind of the deal. And then I'd like to do at least one task and not just exploration. There is, oh no, 2 towers left to do. No, 3, 4, okay, 5. I was very wrong. So yeah, if I could do this one. Which is just down here, then here. No. Why is it not? Okay. Pretty picky marker placements. And then yeah, I mean, it should be pretty straightforward. I keep trying to zoom in and out of the map with the triggers. You don't need all-wheel drive for this. It's encouraging that this part is at least going much smoother than the first time. Because I struggled a lot the first, I don't know, 10 hours or so. Just in here. Is that it? No, thought it was a fuel tank. I'm sure there are some fuel tanks dotted around the map, but I only know where one is, and it's kind of, well, it's kind of on the way if you're going to the garage, but yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yet another upgrade. Where? Oh, in that GMC. Right, and that's up here. I still don't have any money, I assume. I don't know if there's a way to check from here. So yeah, I can't switch to this yet. I probably should go check this out so it's, you know, so it's mine. And then I want to try and refuel, even though it's probably not gonna work because I don't have money, and refueling costs money for some reason. And then this upgrade, I think I should be able to get that even if I can't make it out of there. Okay, wait. So it's down there. I mean, it's not really necessary to put markers for this. I assume the GMC will have some fuel which I could borrow. Not into the mud. Time trial. I never really liked the time trials, but I do them anyway just for completion's sake. I don't think any of them actually require you to, you know, to beat a certain time to make the trial count as completed. Okay, sweet. Yeah, can take a bit. And then should be able to make it back up the way I came, even though it's a bit sludgy. So, yeah. Although, might be faster to just go through town. So, yeah, let's then go in here, up here, up there. Should not have... I could have just cut that corner. I guess I've been conditioned to not try and take shortcuts whenever possible. Because shortcuts are shortcuts to misery. Can just go through here, I suppose. This is not a shortcut to misery. I wish I could review my New Game Plus settings somewhere. It's really not normal that I have to pay. Anyway. It does kind of break immersion if you can just fully refuel at gas stations for free. Okay, up here. No crazy physics bugs / accidents yet. Sludgier than it looked. And then... yeah, not the best marker placement, but it is up here. my fault. What is this? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll want to get that soon. It's just for this one. Okay, and now I think I just want to go back to the garage. The GMC doesn't have a crane yet, so we can't use it for anything that needs a crane. Saddle high. That's locked, locked, locked. Should just do this first. Which is from the garage. So I think I will... Not sure what to do. Hello, Frass Gaming. How are you? I'm just trying to decide what to do because I want to be efficient, but I also don't want to. I don't want to recover if I don't really have to. So I think I could go back down the road and then switch to the GMC and tow the Chevy back to the garage, then pick up the trailer, complete this. I'll want to do this as soon as possible, which I can do on the way. Yeah, okay. I guess that's the plan. I'm not gonna make things more difficult than they need to be. They're just there to there. I get overwhelmed pretty easily by all the tasks, and I always want to do them as efficiently as I can, and when I spend too much time planning how to do all the tasks, in what order, and how to plan my routes and all that stuff, when I could have just picked one and probably finished it in the time that I spent planning. Whoa. Yeah. I think I'll just leave the Scout where it is for now, which is there. Because I don't think I will need it anytime soon, and it's not in the way there. Although I do feel the need to have all my trucks in one place, so to recover everything I have. which is not necessarily efficient because sometimes you want trucks. Sometimes you want trucks or vehicles generally to be a bit spread out, so you have them available closer to where you might need them. Okay, then switch to this. I suppose I could maybe already take something from the mill. Or from there. Yeah, actually. So we need that trailer. 2 consumables, 2 wood planks. I don't have enough space for that. But I guess I could take the trailer and just the consumables. I say that as if I know where I can get everything, which I can't. Heyo, how's it going? Doing pretty well. Did a bunch of towers and got the first few upgrades. I'm not gonna mess with this unless until I have to be there, I think. Yeah, this is just planks 1. So once again, I'm trying to be too efficient. So 1 consumables. Nah, I'm overthinking it. I will grab the trailer from the mill, and I should also track that mission. Nope, not this. Yeah, okay. I can't see how many people are watching, but if you like SnowRunner content, I do recommend check out Chill Gaming 247's channel as well. She does excellent SnowRunner videos. Yeah, so let's get the trailer first. Perhaps I'm overestimating how much this truck can pull. Yeah. Oh boy. No. No. Okay. This might have already been a mistake. Will this work? Please don't tip over. Yep, no worries. I don't do shoutouts for the sake of shoutouts, just I really enjoy your SnowRunner videos, so anything I can do to spread the love, so to speak. Too far away. It is moving ever so slowly. If I don't overdo it on the gas, hopefully I won't dig too deep a hole. Okay, nice. This is kind of stuck. Can try to winch myself. Not that way. I do want to try and use this truck more than I did in my first playthrough. So I kinda tossed it to one side in favor of the Fleet Star. Which I suppose is objectively the better truck at this point, but I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of fun to go for the less obvious vehicles, or do some things a bit differently than how you did them the first time. Breaking bushes left and right. Yeah, I'm not sure what the best way through this would have been. It's kind of a steep hill. Maybe too steep. No. I'm tempted to throw it in high gear, but I'm kind of worried I'll break my momentum. I don't have high gear, so. forget where you get the all-wheel drive upgrade for this. I think it's maybe in Yukon, where I will not be anytime soon. I think a very big issue I had the first time I played was that I just didn't know how to winch effectively. Oh. I guess I will just take this trailer. Yeah, that's 1 and 2. Play the maps in order. The first 3 for sure. I mean, I'd like to play through the base maps before I get any DLCs. On PlayStation, I did Kola and Yukon as well, and a very small bit of Wisconsin. But yeah, I mentioned earlier that I might skip season 1 and 2 and just get 3 onwards, because those are the ones I haven't played yet. You could say I could get season 3 and maybe 4 now, but I don't know, I feel like the first 3 maps are still not that difficult generally from what I remember. So yeah, that's as much of a plan as I have. I do want to switch briefly to this one to check out this task, because it's also one I will want to do as soon as possible, just to have the roads open. Even though it's possible I already have this. Yeah. Metal beams, service parts. If you have advice or like general tips on how to do things a bit more efficiently, do let me know, because I'm really bad at the planning side of this game. I tend to spend a lot of time planning instead of actually getting things done. So, what's on this? Bricks, service parts, and something I don't know what that is, the third thing. So yeah, then I guess I don't need to switch to the scout, because this is already able to do this. I cannot reverse with trailers. I'm gonna specify it right now. I just want to see what's on this truck. So it's like bricks and repair parts. Which I don't think I need. student driver. I'm already getting lost in figuring out what to do. That's logs, don't want to do that just now. It's all logs. This fuel carrier. Consumables, planks. Yeah, okay, wait, so where is that one? I could also do this task because it's somewhere here. You have to go in a scout, which I will try to do with this. So yeah, it's probably a bit risky. I want to try and pull the GMC with no. So there's an ambulance outside. I want to try and pull the Chevy to the garage with the GMC. Which may or may not cause problems. Not even sure if I should take the trailer for this. Try to turn off your engine when you're on the map. Yeah. You're right. I'm aware of that, but I never do it because I always forget and I assume that it doesn't make that much of a difference, but yeah, I should be doing that. I'm gonna leave this here because I'm not sure if I need it right now. Someone, I forget the name of the channel, but someone had a very nice playthrough of SnowRunner. I think his name was Dan. Yeah, I don't know. Forgive me if anything I do doesn't make any sense. I'm doing my best not to overthink, but I might get stuck here. No, it's fine. I suppose I could have made it through this in the Chevy when I was exploring here. Just didn't want to risk the low water. Also, something that very much messed me up the first time was the steering settings, where I have it on steering wheel setting now instead of controller, because on the controller setting you have to, it doesn't center automatically, which confused me a lot the first time I played this game. I didn't know what was happening steering wise, because it just seemed to work a bit funny. Yeah, that's true. Been there. Okay. So this, what do we need for this? Beams, concrete blocks. Where would you get any of this? That has, I guess that's concrete blocks, and this is metal beams, so I could probably use those. Or I would have to get metal beams from here, which is a lot further away. And this is, yeah, also metal beams, concrete blocks. Yeah. Let's not worry about that now and just focus on... It keeps untracking when I don't mean it to. This one. Just to clarify, in case things get a bit confusing later on, I have New Game Plus settings with 50% sell prices. In an attempt to not end up with 20 trucks, of which I only use 5. So I kind of like the idea of struggling a bit for money, but without making it annoying. Have you ever finished all the DLCs, or to put it differently, where are you exactly progression-wise? Are you also doing them in order, or... Come to think of it, there wasn't much point in driving all the way back to the garage because I have the fleet stuck at the garage. So I could have just started from there. I do know this farm is a veritable sludge fest. So you have to be pretty careful to not get stuck. Stick to the right. Just a smidge. That trailer. I'm not sure if I should try this in the GMC. First save to Yukon. Oh, okay. It's pretty brave going through all of them again. Wait, so probably don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have any money yet. Okay. I suppose this is a no-brainer. Just highway tires. Yeah. I don't know why I'm browsing upgrades when I have 0 cash. Which means I also can't buy any upgrades. I mean add-ons. This has diff lock and all-wheel drive. This one just has diff lock. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play it safe and take this one. And what is this? Metal beams. But we need this one. This will be the first money we earn. What's your favorite and least favorite maps of the ones you've played? I was thinking what they are for me. It's kind of tricky to decide. Because I really like snow. But most of the snow maps or snow regions have been quite a lot more difficult, at least for me. It's easy to say Cola was the most difficult one. I think that's the one I enjoyed the least, because, you know, from what I remember, there are more big obstacles that you can't get rid of, like that very slippery road and the tree across the road. Struggling a bit. As for favorite maps, of the ones I've played, I think it might actually be Michigan. Just because you know, the first time playing this is kind of ingrained in my memory. Don't go too far. Sweet. 1,050. I seem to remember there's a vehicle you have to rescue, or more, that looks like a Chevy, but I'm not sure where the task is. Might be that, although it would be a bad idea to try that now, so let's not even that task. So, I think I'd like to do one more thing today. Yeah, I agree. It's, of the ones I've played, Cola is by far the most extreme one, with the ice lake and like, the lack of proper roads. So yeah, I think in that sense it is indeed the most rewarding one, but it just got tedious after a while. So I do want to try this task since I have the Chevy here, and it should be pretty easy. And I'd like to get started on this, but I forget what you need for this. This one, metal beams, concrete blocks. That had concrete blocks. Too many of them, but you know. And this had metal beams, so I think I'm not sure what to think. So I think it makes more sense to leave this one if I have a few more missions where I know I will need concrete blocks, which I don't know by heart. Because you have concrete blocks. No, that's just metal beams. Okay. So that's not helpful. I'll just go get the metal beams from here and decide what to do after that. If I had a crane, I could use... Wait. If I had a crane, I could take this trailer... And if I would take the sideboard bed off of the GMC, I could take everything in one go, I think. But yeah, again, overthinking. Less thinking and more moving is what I need to do. See if I can buy a crane. Although I expect it will cost more than 1,000. Careless. I forget how much time flies when you're playing this game. Because I thought I was maybe a bit over an hour by now, but it's already more than 2 hours. So, what? Gonna see. Gonna recover because it doesn't matter. Wait. If I customize this just to see how much a crane costs. Heavy crane, yeah, 5.7. Hydro lift, what is this? I don't remember using or needing this thing. Okay. So, yeah, I guess we're doing it the boring way and just... taking this trailer first and then the one with the concrete blocks. Whoops. What am I doing? I do think it makes more sense to not take this trailer, but to this trailer, I mean. But to wait until I can buy a crane and then only take 2 of the blocks, because that's all I need for this. In which case I might as well wait with the metal beams as well. Yeah, you know. Let's quickly recover this. And I will try to do this task. Which is up past the tower and then left. I don't know if this way is easier. I don't think it matters that much, so. Apologies for the change of plan. I don't know if that bothers anyone where I devise a plan and then change to something else completely. I should have bought the engine, or not bought, I should have installed the better engine. The Chevy kind of gets lost in the mix later on. I remember really liking it at first, throughout the whole Michigan region. I never liked the Scout 800 that much, but later on you just find more interesting vehicles, like the Ford F750. And that tank thing of which I forget the name. I'm sure there are others, but can't remember most of them. That minibus thing, the loaf, it's all coming back to me very slowly. A bit careful through this. Here's the tower. I hope I didn't overestimate or underestimate how difficult this will get. what's happening. What am I stuck on? It's probably gonna break. Or not. That's a big rock. Hello, Mr. Silencio. I hope I'm saying that right. I am trying to get to there where the camera doesn't go there, which might be a bit tricky. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I'm streaming it, and I've been going for 2 hours, 10 minutes, so yeah, still very much in the beginning and struggling to get up here. Thank you. Yeah, I know I will. I'm pretty... I guess I'm very familiar with it, but it's been a while. So... I have to relearn some of the more finesse things. I do remember falling off the top here the first time, which might happen again. Yeah, I'm not too confident. Let's try to not overdo it. Nope. Sorry about your chair. Nice rank 3. Cool. I forgot about this. That's a Kodiak, right? That I didn't know about for way too long. So yeah. I guess I should maybe uncover the rest of the map. Except this one, because it's a bit more difficult. Because I do want to get this out of the way somewhat soonish, for which I will need to clear some of the roads first. Again, overthinking. Gonna try and not fall off because I want to avoid recovering. There's a good chance I will fall off anyway. Uh-oh. Should just reverse down to the road. If I can. Okay. I think we're in the clear. So going back to the garage, and I will install some upgrades. I'm considering if I should get the raised suspension already, because you know, raised suspension can be useful, but it also tends to make whatever vehicle it's on a lot more top heavy, which, you know, I'm not sure if I want to risk the stability just yet. There aren't any really deep, you know, sticky bits quite yet. Let's say we should be fine with the normal suspension. I don't really know. I'll decide when I'm in the garage. Again, carefully down here. Almost overcooked it. Come on. How am I getting stuck here now? Nope. So there's the fleet star, which I guess I forgot to turn off the engine of. Let's see. So this, yeah, from C plus to A minus. Still pretty good fuel consumption, so I'd say that's worth it. Crawler, can't even afford that yet. or they're raised. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really convinced the raised suspension is a good choice right now. Tires. I think I'll wait for the off-road ones. Add-ons, I can't afford anything except this, which isn't even that great. Where do you get lights? Okay. This might be worth it. I never really bother with the aesthetic stuff, but better lights is always useful, I think. But I'm not gonna do it just yet. So yeah, I want to do this first. We could already take the beams from here and what do you need for a rock slide? Again, beams and parts. Beams can be from here, depending on what's on this trailer. I don't know if that's the right parts, but I assume it's not, because it's not marked for that task. Because which apologies, I mean very tedious. That does look like the same, so can I not use this? These repair parts? I don't know. This was beams, concrete blocks. I would like to get a crane, which I can't afford just yet. Yeah, you know, just gonna try and get this tower. Might be a big mistake. And if I can get to that tower, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm getting a bit hungry. It's 6:30. I assume my wife will be getting hungry soonish. Or should I have gone that way? I know this bit is a bit tricky. I'm gonna try it anyway. Famous last words. Okay, it's fine. I hope this is the path. It's not. Oh boy. Yeah. Kind of messed that up. So I have to go around the right as much as I can. There's a very good chance I will stream some more of this game tomorrow. I don't have any plans that I know of, so the day should be my oyster. I don't really know the way by heart anymore to the tower. So I'm just gonna follow the path as much as I can. Well, that's not good. No winchable points in sight, and I might be stuck. While my screen is about to turn off. Yeah, this is really not good. I should have stuck to the right more. Okay. Perhaps a tire change would have not been the worst idea. Yeah, this pretty sure that's the same. Or no, not really. So I don't think I have to go up this path. I'm not gonna bother with the task now, I just want to get to the tower, so looks like it's more this way and around somehow. I really don't remember the map. gonna have to do this bit by bit, because I can't really set markers where there is no visible map yet. So, yeah, just continue on straight and hope there's a path left. Have to be mindful not to check the map when I'm entering a very muddy bit, because I'll have to restart while sinking. You need all-wheel drive, yeah, I guess you do. Here and left, I suppose. Is this correct? Yeah, just a bit further and left here. It's probably unnecessary to mark it, but I have been known to get confused and turn in completely the wrong spot. Pretty much sweet. Upgrade. Yeah, way down here. Wait. Getting all turned around. So yeah, this I'd like to push on a bit further to get those two towers. I don't know if I have time. Shouldn't take that long, I hope. Yeah, there's no roadblocks in the way, so we can go down here to avoid this. Up here to that tower, and then I don't really know how to get to this one. So yeah. Let's try to do a bit more. It's a very hard game to stop playing, because there's always another objective you could try. Should be good for fuel. I know there's that big fuel tanker, but I don't know if it's on the way. very likely this tower we're heading for now will actually be the last one. Uh-oh. Don't get stuck. So yep, I have a habit to announce that something is the last thing I will do in a video or stream. But then I find something else. Yeah, I don't think I have added this to the list. No. Okay. Should be pretty easy to get to the tower. But that's a nasty bit of mud there, which I will have to avoid, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm probably gonna add this one as well. Just to, you know, have as many tasks available as possible so you can manage 2 or 3 at once. Not that I'm able to do that because I'm terrible at planning. So, short detour. Except and then for this bit maybe it's not as bad as it looks, but these mud pits can be treacherous. Oh. Did not have all-wheel drive engaged. I feel like I took a wrong turn somewhere. Yeah, it does. And I think it kind of is, like, how to say, I think it's worse on the map than it is in the game. But I think it also looked less bad than it actually is, if that makes sense. Wait, yeah, I didn't really mean to go here. I'll have to carefully coast down and not sideways. Okay, sweet. Another upgrade. I guess it's that one. I'll push on to this one, but this is definitely going to be the last thing I do this stream. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Just through here, and then there. I hope I'm not underestimating that. So it'd be kind of a bummer to have to end the stream stuck or upside down, or both. Usually these logging stations, whatever they're called, are pretty thick mud-wise. Seems to be fine. Again, I guess follow the roads until I can't anymore. Half fuel left should be enough. Hang on. Yeah, to the roads, and then it's hard to say. Could be around this way or could be up here. I don't know, I'm gonna have to guess. But I'd say I should go right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if I am wrong, then correct me kind of soonish. So there's the tower. Oh, and there's a deer. Or wolf. It's probably a wolf, right? Both ways. Okay. Then I hope I chose the easier one. Could it be up here? Yeah. Okay. Should be easy enough. No, what am I doing? Left, left. It's pretty deep. Come on, yeah. Okay. We are out. Another one of those big crates. Okay, up through here. Powering through the last stretch. Sweet. So yeah, that's most of the map uncovered. It's just this tower, which I might be able to get to in the Chevy. I don't really know. I tried going this way and almost got stuck, so that's not the optimum route. I think the first time I went through here, because I think it's marginally easier. But yeah. That's all those drilling parts. Just to get an idea what I can do next time. So for this, the metal beams we have, the bricks we could get here, or not bricks, concrete blocks. Could be from this trailer or from the warehouse. Mountain bridge, what does that need? Metal beams, concrete blocks, and service parts. That's the Kodiak, or a Kodiak, which I also neglected. I mean, I only recovered this, I think, when I was already in Drummond Island, because I didn't know it was there. So I discovered it way too late, and then by that time I already had the White Western, at least. So I never really used this much until way later in the game, in different regions. This is a scout flatbed, but I don't know where it needs to go. Can go check that out. I don't think it's a fuel trailer. Also, I'm totally not extending the stream any further, any longer. Like I said, I totally wouldn't do. I hope it will say where it needs to go. Maybe not. Oops. Yeah, I don't know where this is supposed to go. I doubt I have it. Well, I doubt I have the related task. And it's unlikely I'll be able to drag this anyway in the current setup without better tires. It's not this, is it? No, I don't have this yet. Okay. I guess that's gonna be it for this one. I'm not really sure what I should do first next time. Just focus on getting this road clear, I suppose. I'm not really sure about the most efficient way to do that, because I would have to go here a few times for concrete blocks, or wait, a plan is forming in my head. If I take the beams here from the garage. Metal beams here. And then take this trailer to here to complete that task, and then continue forwards for this one, which also needed blocks. I think that's not a bad plan. Beams from here, and the blocks here, and then here. Then I still need metal beams from somewhere else. Probably from here. I can try this, or I can try any of the scout related things. I can go find more upgrades. So yeah, there's definitely plenty of stuff to do. And for rock slides, it's also metal beams and parts, which I can, well, now it is showing this trailer. So yeah, this rock slide should also be doable. One beams from here and the parts from that trailer. Yeah, okay. Plenty of stuff to do. I'll just have to decide what to do first. But that is going to be it for this stream. I choose not to watch, or I choose not to keep track of how many people are watching, because it affects my motivation too much if I know that no one is watching. I'm sure that's not just me. As in, I'm sure it's not just me who is affected by numbers in that way. Or so I tell myself. So, yeah. I suppose I might as well leave the Chevy here. Not sure if I could make it all the way back to the garage with the fuel I have left, and I don't want to recover for convenience. But yeah, that's something for next time. Again, I'm planning ahead too much. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, dude. It was nice to have you here, and everyone else, of course. I haven't seen your latest video, but I'll probably watch or listen to it tonight. Again, check out Chill Gaming's channel for good SnowRunner videos. Starting to ramble, so I should just shut up and end the stream. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.